it's Laurel the Worldwide Stitcher. How are you today? So the day is the 24th of April 2020 and the time is 2:45 in the afternoon. How's your day been? How's your couple of weeks been? It's been a couple of weeks since we last spoke, since my first ever Flosstube video. On the subject of that, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that's subscribed, watched the video, liked the video. I didn't think anybody would be interested in a single thing that I had to say. But I'm so glad that some of you are. The lovely comments that I've received, so thank you very much. And it's really inspired me to make another video. So I was going to wait for a month and do my videos monthly. But actually, in 2 weeks, or just over 2 weeks, quite a lot's happened to people. Like, quite a lot. I've been quite busy. So I think I'm going to start with a little bit of a life update, then move on to the whips, and then general rambling probably, because as we established from the first video, I do like to chat. So, life update, what have I been up to? So we are still in the lockdown due to COVID-19, but that is not to say I've been very busy actually, doing a variety of things. The first thing I'm going to briefly mention is the free 21-day meditation that I've been doing every morning. It's on YouTube and it's by Deepak Chopra. It takes 15 minutes. I've built it into my routine in the mornings. 15 minutes, and you just listen to the centering thought for the day. The centering thoughts, I've been keeping a track of them on my laptop, just writing them down so I can look back on them. And I must say, he has got such an amazing calming voice, and it's made a difference. Obviously, the times that we live in now are not the usual times that we used to, so it's just nice to have at least that 15 minutes of calm every day, just to do something for yourself and really, breathe it through. So I said that I'd scheduled that into my day. So also what I've been doing, or what I've done, I should say, is I've created a daily schedule for myself. So I was finding that every day I was doing the same thing, didn't really have any routine, missing work. So I went on Numbers on my iMac and devised a little daily schedule. It's all colour-coded because colours make everything okay and make everything pretty. And that's the back there. I have been rigidly sticking to this until I realised that actually it's okay to have a little bit of flexibility. The schedule also, as you can see, they're written there, exercise. I have been going for a 2-mile walk every day, using my Apple Watch to record the walk, and I actually thoroughly am starting to really enjoy and look forward to that walk. I wasn't really much of an outdoor exercisey type person, much preferred the indoor hobbies, but actually just doing it for that little period in my schedule not only breaks the day up, but yeah, really enjoying it. And like I said in my last video, where we are at the moment in Norfolk, it's such a beautiful county in Norwich. There's such lovely walks around, not too far. So yeah, really enjoying getting to know the outside area a little bit better. I've also made another spreadsheet, which I can't show you because I didn't print it out, of keeping track of what I've been stitching on. But going back to my schedule, every day I do a different cross stitch. An hour in the morning, and then an hour at the end. So every one of my whips has had at least 2 hours work on it this week. Some have had more, because some have been calling to me more. But it just seems to be working. Just stitching for that hour seems to be working for me. And I just set a timer on my phone or my watch for an hour. And then when it's up, move on to the next block. in my schedule. Also, what I did discover since my last video was a cross stitch diploma. So I was on Facebook, just having a browse. It was on one of the Facebook cross stitch sites that I'm a member of. Somebody was talking about a cross stitch diploma on the Centre of Excellence. So I thought, oh, that might be interesting. Something different. Still stitching related, but not physical stitching. I went over to the Centre of Excellence website, and I will put the link below my video, and found the cross stitch diploma. Read about it because it gives you like a brief summary about the course, and yeah, I signed up for that. Really enjoying that. Really enjoying it. I think I'm on module 7 of 10. So, and it's really good because you get to actually do some stitching and upload it, and there's like a little assessment at the end of each module, and yeah, it's really good fun. So whilst I was browsing on their website, I came across an ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics diploma, which I finished today. I've learned so much. I really love the ancient Egyptians. Learned so much. Not quite sure I'm up to carving hieroglyphs in stone or even writing them with a pen, because their writing is just works of art. Beautiful. But I was very excited because when you finish one of their diplomas, any of their diplomas, so even the cross stitch one, you get a certificate. So this is my first certificate that I've had for a very long time. I've left education for quite a while. But yeah, really good fun. So much fun, in fact, that I've actually signed up to another 5 courses. Criminal psychology, wedding planning, business, it teaches you how to start up your own wedding planning business, health and social care, teaching assistant, and an Egyptian, like a accompanying Egyptian course that goes with the hieroglyphs. So I have been very busy, aside from the stitching, actually, very busy. Also, using my iMac, I've had a bit of a Excel type spreadsheet type couple of weeks, because I realised something. When I floss for my projects, I don't keep track of it. So I end up with loads and loads of floss, and I haven't got a clue what I've actually got. So I designed myself a little spreadsheet. It's pretty simple. 4 columns. The floss number is all DMC. The green means I have it. How many of each I've got, and then how many I'm using. And then on the last column you can see there which project that floss is in. So if I only needed, say, 1 stitch in, say, 21, I know that Chloe's got, Crazy Cat Chloe, my Haid, she's got a skein, so I know that if I look in her project bag, I'll find I'll find the skein of 21 floss in her project bag. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, keeping myself busy aside from stitching. So let's go on to the stitching, shall we? Sorry, that's taken like nearly 10 minutes to explain about my life. Sorry about that, guys. So stitching. What have I been doing? I've had a new start. In fact, I've had 2 new starts actually since my last video. 2 new starts. A problem, which I will get onto, and also I've been working on Mini Cat Crazy Chloe, which I will show you. So let's get to it. So I have started using Pattern Keeper. And I must say, I used to love highlighter and paper. Pattern Keeper has changed my life. I just use it on my Kindle Fire, but my productivity has increased dramatically, which you will see on one of my new starts is a Haid, and it's just the start I'm going to show you, but for me it's quite a big start. So That's all thanks to Pattern Keeper. Yeah, really enjoying that. I was completely an Apple girl before Pattern Keeper, but now I have to say, for stitching, I have gone over to the dark side. So my first new start this week, and the one I was just talking about, it's a Heaven and Earth design. It's by Josephine Wall, and it is Alternative Reality. There it is. Sorry about the glare. It's very sunny today. Very sunny. Which is nice. There she is. Alternative Reality. I don't know why I say she, because it's not really a she. But here is my start. This is the one I was saying, the Pattern Keeper. Really helping. I'm parking with this one. Again, Pattern Keeper. You have a lot to answer for. Really enjoying it though. Really enjoying the colours. And I'm also working sort of diagonally across the page. I don't know whether I'm going to continue the whole design like this or just do it page by page. We're not really sure yet. We're not really there, so it doesn't really. But yeah. And my needle minders are from the lovely Lisa at No More Lost Needles on Facebook, which I will put the link to below. 2 personalised ones there. Absolutely love them. And they go on whichever project I've been working on, which is why this one's still on the hoop. I don't normally leave my projects on the hoop, but I was literally working on this before the video. Before I thought, do you know what? Let's make a video. I've got a lot to say. My second new start, I did mention it in my last video as to whether I was going to do a new start, and guess what, guys? I did. It's my lovely Dimensions Gold collection, Snowman and Friends, the stocking. Never stitched a Dimensions before in stocking form or standard form, but really enjoying it actually. And the Ada is proving to be a nice change from the 25 count even weave easy guide that I stitch my Hades on. Really enjoying it. And here is my start on that one. Really loving how you use different strands, amounts of thread to do the stitches, like that blue there. 5 strands, half stitch, and then the detail in the snowman. The blending, so beautiful. So really enjoying working on that. Really enjoying that. Just the Ada's quite crunchy and quite hard, but it is softening up the more I'm working on it. So I think persevere with it, and then it will be good. The next thing I've been working on is my mini Cat Crazy Chloe, Heaven and Earth design. Showed her in my last video. The artwork is by Sharina Pike, and here she is going to be what she's going to look like when she's finished. Still completely in love with her. She is still probably my favourite whip. And here is my progress on her. It's not a very big progress. Not really. Just the red just down here. I've also started parking on her, which I did park on her in the start when I started her bun up here. Then I was like, no, I don't want to park anymore. So sort of went a bit all over the show. And now I've gone back to parking again. And now I really like parking again. So maybe I shouldn't have stopped parking in the first place. Live and learn. Life goes on. And finally, on to my problem. So in my last video, I showed you my beautiful Mirabilia, Roses of Province. There she is. I was stitching her on the cord for 32 count linen. I was enjoying the linen, but when I took her out again to work on her this week, I looked at my stitches from afar, and they didn't look even. Like they didn't look uniform, and they just didn't look It didn't look great. So I had a good idea, and I thought, right, I'll stitch her on 25 count easy guide 1/1. So that was going well when I was working on the dress. I started sort of down here. So that was working really well. Got up to the skin. There were a few fractional stitches in her arms and body. Wasn't ideal, but it was still going okay. Then I got to the straps of her dress, which are stitched with beads. So I thought, I'll bead as I go. Now I am so grateful that I decided to bead as I go, because the beads were too big for the 1/1 on 25 count. It looked absolutely ridiculous. There was no definition to her straps. So if I show you the picture, like, we're talking there. So the beads were just all squished together. And it looked even worse than it did on the 32 count linen. Even though I didn't have any of the beads on the 32 count linen, the stitches on the 25 count, it just looked even worse. So, after frogging her again, I went onto Lakeside Needlecraft and thought, I'm going to try 32 count even weave, hand dyed. Couldn't decide on the colour at first, but then I decided on a colour called Mystic Marble. It arrived this morning, and here it is, and it's a massive piece of fabric. It's like, it's like really big, which is good, because it does mean that she'll have a nice border. If I sit back, the colour is actually pretty true to life. It's purple, pinks, blue, white, and I just think she's going to look absolutely amazing on this fabric. I did want to start her as soon as the fabric arrived, but needed to do a bit of measuring, obviously, to find where she was going to sit on the fabric, and the mine just wasn't in it. So I think after I've done this video, I've got a very, very high thought that she's going to be what I'm working on this afternoon. Don't quite know what's given me that impression, but I'll be working on her this afternoon. So I'm really looking forward to starting her for the 3rd time. And that's what I've been stitching on this week. I'm still waiting for my haul from 123 Stitch. The Lizzie Kate pattern that I mentioned in my last video. And my 8x8 Q snap. That hasn't come in yet, but obviously with the current situation in the world, things are taking a little longer, which it's fine. I'm waiting for another thread box for my bobbins. My Hades, I like to kit them up so that I can see all my threads. This is mini Cat Crazy Chloe's box. I've ordered another one for Alternative Reality from Amazon. That should be here tomorrow. So probably going to spend, as soon as it gets here, I'm going to spend good probably hour to 2 hours sorting out all my bobbins. I do like them all uniform, all looking nice. And I just find it helps me to stitch when I can see all of the colours, because at the moment, I'll show you, Alternative Reality is just on these hoop binder rings, and I'm not really getting on with it. Do much prefer the bobbin boxes. So as soon as that arrives, that will be what I'll be doing. And I think that's all I have to say. Thank you so much again to everybody that has subscribed to my video, has liked my video, and has sent me really lovely comments. I think I've replied to you all. If I haven't, I will go back and have a look again. And if I haven't, I'm really sorry, but I will reply to you. I hope everybody has a really, really, really lovely weekend, enjoying the sunshine if it's sunny where you are. And obviously, I hope everybody's keeping well, staying safe, and having fun stitching. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye.